Hi there, everyone. Happy Monday. Welcome back to another card in my 2024 Valentine card series. I apologize that you're not seeing my face today, but it was a rough weekend. And yeah. Before we get into this card, see how my magnets broke? So I went to Stampin' Up! To repurchase magnets and found out that they no longer make the Stamparatus, which is sad. I hate that the Misty has such a hold on the crafting community when it comes to stamp positioners, because this is the best. And I'm going to have to make sure I don't break it because I will cry. So I am using a set from Hello Bluebird. This came out last year. I can't remember which one it is, but I knew I wanted to have these little strawberries and I wanted to create like a little forest scene, and we're going to be making a heart-shaped card. So I am coloring these cute little mice with W4, 2, and 0, and I am doing it a little bit different. So I started with like some darkness around him, and then kind of faded into the light, whereas I would normally do it the other way, and I loved it. And then I'm using a light red, I think this is R000, to do the inside of his ears, and then I'm going over it with W0 to kind of blend it out. Now this one I was like, okay, I'm gonna color the light first, and because I never do that, like I never put anything down, and I didn't really tell a difference. I may need to do that a little bit more often, just to practice to see what kind of style I like, because I love saturated, but sometimes I just want something a little bit softer. So yeah, really bummed that they no longer make the Stamparatus because I felt it was fantastic. Yeah, so you guys know I love Hello Bluebird, and I talked in the last video about like bringing back Crafty Roulette and just trying to use my stuff. So I'm going to start a project. I don't know when the video will go out, like Project Use It Up or something like that, because you're going to see on Wednesday. Yeah, Wednesday, I actually found something in my craft supplies and I was like, oh, this is Valentine's. Let me use it. So that will be Wednesday, which will be the last day, which will be Valentine's Day, which again, I really wanted this to start a bit earlier, but didn't get it done. I'm hoping to do birthdays for the month of March because Rob turned 60. He turned 60 on March 19th. And it's his milestone birthday, but he is not someone that wants any kind of fanfare or anything like that. So I'll make him a nice little card, smoke him a prime rib, make him some potatoes, or he may want pizza. Those are kind of his two favorite meals. So yeah, but I want to do some birthday cards in the month of March. I am going to try to do another kit. I'd like to do a birthday kit. And then I found a way to offer some like card fronts. That'll be coming too, I hope. I saw my psychiatrist today and was like, listen, it's like, we need to change meds or something. I said, because I cannot function. Like I have not cared about anything. This craft room literally looks like a bomb went off in here. You can see later that there's stuff all over my desk. Like it was a struggle to get this card done, but I had this idea and I was like, Missy, you have to see it through because it's such a cute card. So I'm glad I did. But so for those of you who suffer with mental health struggles, I am so sorry. I completely empathize, sympathize, and just know that you're not alone. And I know, especially here in the U.S., mental health care is so stupid and unaffordable. Like it's so expensive. So yeah. So I actually stamped this like 4 different times because I could not. It kept double stamping and the paper wasn't moving. So I have no idea what I was doing to cause it to do that. And then one time the lines were too thick and I was just like, oh my word. So this is 4th time's the charm. So for the mushroom, initially I thought red, for a mushroom cap or whatever. I was like, no, let's make like a shirataki. Not a shirataki. Those big ones. Not cremini. Portobello. Oh, I love mushrooms. Listen, I love canned mushrooms. I don't like them raw, but canned or fried or stuffed. I have a really good recipe for stuffed mushrooms. It's literally just a roll of breakfast sausage, some shredded cheese, and some cream cheese. And you can add whatever spices and stuff you want, and then you put it in the mushroom and cook it. Oh, so good. So I knew that I wanted this to be very saturated. Again, like I said, I am someone who loves that kind of saturated color. So I'm using some very deep kind of gray browns. And where I struggled was the stem. And I'll eventually get it figured out, but I can't remember which ones I used, and I apologize for that. But here's my scrap piece, and I'm always trying out blends, etc. I think you can, I love the hex chart. I think it's fantastic. 10 out of 10 would recommend, but sometimes it just takes putting them down, seeing if they're going to blend together before deciding that that's what you're going to color. So underneath the mushroom cap, I knew that I wanted it super dark. So again, going with those dark colors, and I'm actually going to bring in black in just a little bit because I felt like it wasn't getting dark enough. I wasn't getting the contrast that I wanted. Here's the black. I'm going right under the mushroom cap and right around it, the stem, just to kind of bring that deep, dark, kind of cool tone in, because I had used the deepest brown I have, right? So, but I really love how these mushrooms turned out. The only thing I don't like on this card are those little flowers. They really threw me for a loop. I honestly wish they weren't there. Maybe I can find a way to do it so they're not there next time. I don't know, but yeah, they threw me for a loop. But the rest of it, I just love how this card turned out. I think it's so pretty. So, yeah, mushrooms are delicious. I love mushrooms. When did I start eating mushrooms? I think we had a new pizza place in town that was using canned mushrooms on the pizza. And I think my mom got them one time, and I was like, oh, that's good. But I also like olives. I like a lot of the kind of, what's what I'm looking for? Where you either love it or hate it. You either love it or hate it. Like Miracle Whip. So many people hate Miracle Whip, but that's what I grew up with because my grandmother didn't like mayonnaise. So I remember making deviled eggs one time and took them to the party, and everyone was like, what? Did you use Miracle Whip? I was like, yeah, that's what I always do. And they're like, no, mayonnaise. And now, of course, I don't eat Miracle Whip because of being diabetic, but growing up, I used to eat Miracle Whip on saltines because we were poor. And if I needed a snack, we always had saltines and we always had Miracle Whip. So yeah. Okay, I'm going to get that cut out, and then I'm going to bring in these huge hearts. I think this may be from Simon Says Stamp. Don't quote me. So I'm going to use the biggest heart to make this card. We're going to do a heart-shaped card. And here I'm just kind of playing around, seeing which heart I kind of felt like I needed for the card base. And I was having a hard time with, I have no spatial sense sometimes. I ordered some purses, and all three of them were really, really small. And I was like, Rob's like, well, I was like, I don't have any spatial sense. No idea. So, yeah. I'm going to bring in a 5x7 card base. Oh, first we're going to do the white. So I am using a white paint pen to add the dots on the mushroom back in. And I actually loved it. Well, first I messed up because, of course, that's what I do. And I wiped it off, and I was able to go ahead and add more. And then later, after these dried, I went ahead and put a little bit more on. And I really love that little touch. And I played around with using white gel pen because I love when people kind of use white gel pen to add little highlights and stuff. But I hate when I do it. Someone explain that to me. Please and thank you. Please say hi in the comments or just leave me a heart, something. I hope you are all doing very well. I can't believe we're halfway through with February. Where is this going? Okay, I'm going to slow this down. We're going to do this in real time. The trick to shape cards is you need to cut on the folded line, but you need to have it where it's just a little bit above it so you don't cut it completely into pieces, because that's what we're trying to avoid. So you can see here, I have just a little bit of space between the top of the card and the top of the die. And that is going to give us our heart on the fold. And you're like, Misty, but the top is flat. Yeah, but when we do the outer layer or the cover layer for this card, it's going to be the entire heart, and that's going to be covered up, and you'll see that later. Now, I cut out about 2 hours of footage to me trying to find paper for this card. I'm just kidding, but it took me forever because I wanted something soft. And then I remembered this sorbet, I think it's from Nouveau Tonic, I don't remember, but it had this cloud pattern, and I'm like, sold. But I wanted more pattern paper on this. If you follow Christy Gets Crafty, I can't remember her name. She always plays with pattern paper, and I love the way she puts her patterns together. And I was like, let's play with this. So the gingham is going to be the base of the heart, and then the cloud will be the center, and that's where we'll put our little scene. You probably saw me fighting with my big shot or whatever. I bought unbranded. Were they branded? I don't remember. I needed new plates, and I may not have gotten the right ones. I don't know. But anyway, so I'm going to use liquid glue on this, and I'm not going to take it all the way to the top because, again, this is going to hang over. And then I'm going to go ahead and add some glue, and then it's going to just be, like I said, it's going to be, it's going to cover. And then I'm going to put this one in the middle. And then again, here I'm trying to figure out placement. I finally decided that it would work to have the two critters on top rather than trying to figure out perspective any other way. And again, I really, really love how this one turned out. So if you're new here, new to my channel, I don't craft ahead. Like, I don't make a sample or anything like that. I craft in real time. So you're watching me with my thought process, how I pick paper, those kinds of things. So yeah, it's not like I don't sit down and create something and then film it again. I ain't nobody got time for that. And no shade to people who do that. I think that's fantastic, but I am just not that person. Plus, I'm disabled and I need to save as many steps as possible. Hence why I have an electronic die cutting machine, not a Brother Scan and Cut, like like a Big Shot, but it's electric. Okay, so here is the sentiment, and I think it says, I pick you every time. This is the 4th time I stamped this sentiment. I could not get it to cut straight. And then I remembered this die set from Stamp Anything, and that scallop is actually a frame. So I knew that it would cut this out perfectly. So this is in real time. And here again, you can see me trying to move this and see, like, where do I want it? Do I want it here? Do I want it there? I did not put any shimmer on this card. It's probably one of the only cards I've ever done that to. But yeah. So that's it, friends. Thank you so much for joining me. I really do appreciate you. I'll get some better pictures over the next couple of days. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. I hope you have a good day, night, weekend, wherever you are. I love your faces, and I'll see you in my next video. Wednesday, 6 p.m. Bye for now.